Hello and welcome back to my second video on Duolingo Spanish. This is section 3, unit 7. We're going to talk about school and the use of direct object pronouns.
¿Qué estás leyendo?
So the first one here, ¿qué estás leyendo? So what does it mean? Well, in this case, ¿qué means what. It can also mean how or then. We know that a question's being asked, so it's most likely going to be what. Or it could be how, but in this case it's what. Estás is actually from the root estar, which is one of two different ways to say to be. Estar is if you think about it as the temporary one, and ser is more for permanent traits. We know that estar, which is what this is from, is kind of temporary. So whatever this person is asking, it's going to be a temporary action. So ¿qué estás? Estás is the tú or the you version. It's the you conjugation. So, ¿qué estás? What are you? Because it should be you are, but because we're asking a question, what are you leyendo? So what does leyendo mean? Well, it comes from the infinitive leer, which is the verb to read. And leyendo is when you add to ir and er verbs, when you add endo at the end, endo, you basically take off the er or the ir and you add endo. It basically means in the moment. So in this case, leyendo would mean reading. So there we go. So ¿qué estás leyendo? So what are you reading? What are you reading? And there we go. So the next one here is actually somebody asking someone else a question. So it starts off with their name, Laura. So, you know, somebody looks like this gentleman here is talking to this person and saying, Laura, estás, which we've just learned is are you. Again, we're asking a question. And so instead of you are and a statement, it's are you. Laura, are you something el mismo libro que yo? So el mismo means the same. Libro means book. So, Laura, are you something, the same book, and then que yo means as me. So are you something, the same book as me? We've actually just learnt this word. It's leyendo.
Leyendo.
Which, if you remember, is from the infinitive leer, to read, and it means in the moment, reading. Laura, are you reading the same book as me? There we go.
¿Qué estás dibujando?
So this is similar to the first one, ¿qué estás? So what are you? Dibujando. This is actually from an AR infinitive, dibujar, which is to draw. So this time we're going to take off the AR of dibujar. So it's just dibujar. And then we're going to add ando, dibujando, which is in the moment, instead of to draw, it's drawing. So what are you drawing? What are you drawing?
Ella está dibujando en la clase de arte.
So let's listen to that again because it was quite fast.
Ella está dibujando en la clase de arte.
So I think that said she
Ella está
is drawing
dibujando
in la clase,
clase
de
arte.
arte. So she is drawing in the art class. There we go. Or she is drawing in art class.
Nosotros estamos dibujando flores.
So this one's interesting. This time we've got nosotros, which is we, or the we. Estamos as well is from estar, but it's conjugated to the we version. So we are doing something that's kind of a temporary thing. We are something flores. So we know that dibujando is drawing. We are drawing. Flores is flowers. So let's see if we can say this. Nosotros estamos dibujando flores. Okay, there we go. So it didn't pick up my voice very well, but we finally got there. Que tienes que leer. So we actually learnt this on the last video. When we have que after a conjugated form of tener, to have, in this case it's tienes, which is the you version, it means something to. So it means you have to. Tienes que, you have to. And because it's a question, we've got what in front. What do you have to leer, to read? So what do you have to read? What do you have to read? There we go. Again, somebody's asking someone else a question. Gabriella, I'm also very something, but we have to read this something for the exam, for tomorrow's exam. So this person here, well, we can actually see from the picture, but I think it's going to be Gabrielle. I am also very tired. Cansado. And we know that this is a male speaking because it ends with an O, not an A. If it was cansada, it would be feminine. So a woman or a girl would be speaking. Because it ends with an O, it's a boy or a man. So Gabriela, yo también estoy muy cansado, pero tenemos. And tenemos is actually the we version of it's a conjugated form of tener, to have, but it's a we version. So it's Gabriela. I am also, también is also. I am also very tired, but, that's pero. Tenemos que, we have to. Leer, we have to read, we have to read. Este, so we have to read this, and because it's este with an E, we know that the next thing's got to be masculine. We have to read this. Well, what's masculine? So it's not going to be bird, it's not going to be veo, it's not going to be lápiz, because that's a pencil. It's not going to be delgado, so it's going to be libro, which is book. We have to read this book for tomorrow's exam. So Gabriela, I'm also very tired, but we have to read this book for tomorrow's exam. Ooh, there we go. So that's good.
Mis padres tienen que leer la nota de mi maestra.
Okay, so we have a speaking one here. So my parents, they have to read the note from my teacher. So, mis padres tienes que leer la nota de mi maestra. There we go. A little bit slow, but...
¿Qué quiere dibujar Miguel?
¿Qué quiere dibujar Miguel? So, ¿qué is what? Quiere is actually a conjugated form of querer, which is to want, and because it's used quiere here because it's talking in third person about Miguel here. So if it was first person, like if it was I want, it'd be quiero. If it's you want, it's quieres. But because it's Miguel wants, or it's talking about Miguel, it's quiere. So what do you want? And we learned before that dibujar is to draw. So what do you want to draw, Miguel? So what do you want to draw, Miguel? Is that right? Or is it going to say, what does Miguel want to draw? What do you want to do? Maybe it's this? Let's have a look. Okay, so it's come up with the phrase, what does Miguel want to draw? A question mark, as opposed to, what do you want to draw, Miguel? So the next one, ¿qué haces con esos lápices de colores? So, what are you doing with those coloured pencils?
¿Qué haces con estos lápices de colores?
So what are you doing with those coloured pencils? So this person's going to reply, and they're going to say, there's two things they can say. They can say, no, he is my grandfather, which doesn't make sense. Or they can say, Thari quieren dibujar flores en las aulas. Okay, so it's going to be this one.
Los estudiantes quieren beber más agua.
So this sentence here, just before I say, we're talking, so there's a few things here. Los, because we've used los instead of el, it means the next thing is going to be plural. Los, something, and it's going to be plural. Otherwise it would be el. It would be el estudiante. But because it's los, we know that it's going to be something plural. This case it's estudiantes. So the students, and it's used quieren, which is a conjugated form of the querer, to want. The students, they want. Beber is to drink. Más is more. Agua is water. So the students want to drink more water. Los estudiantes quieren beber más agua. Okay, apparently that wasn't very good, but that might just be my internet.
Queremos más escuelas aquí.
Okay, so queremos, which is the we version of the infinitive querer. So we want más, we know that is more. We want more escuelas, escuelas, which is schools. Aquí is here. So we want more schools here. We want more schools here. There we go. So we've actually just learnt this word, escuelas.
Escuelas.
There we go. The other ones, cabello is hair, and the other one is exam. Estoy bebiendo mi leche
Estoy
ahora.
bebiendo mi leche ahora.
There we go. I can't do it in such a good accent, but estoy is when I talked before about estar and ser, we're using estar again, which is to be. In this case, it's conjugated in the first person, estoy, which is I am. So you are doing I am something. We've got another word that ends in endo here, and we know that it's going to be either an IR or an ER ending verb because it's ending in endo. Otherwise, if it was something like hablar, it would end in ando. But in this case, it's endo, so it's going to be beber. So beber is to drink. So endo means it's in the moment, so it's going to be drinking. Estoy is I am. I am drinking. There we go. Mi leche, which is my milk. Ahora is now. So I am drinking my milk now. So select matching pairs. This is usually pretty easy. So people is gente.
Gente.
Table is mesa.
Mesa.
Schools is escuelas.
Escuelas.
The TV is tele.
Tele.
Or televisión. Sunday is domingo. There we go.
Ella está bebiendo agua en la clase.
So ella está bebiendo en la clase. So you can hear, I'll let you hear it slowly.
Ella está bebiendo agua en la clase.
Okay, so I missed something out there.
Agua.
Said agua en la clase.
En la clase.
So what this means is ella is she. Esta is she is. Esta is the third person again. Ella or él for him. You would use esta. So she is bebiendo, drinking, because it ends with the endo. She is drinking agua, which is water, en la clase, in the class. Or in class. I think it will come up with she is drinking water in class. She's drinking water in class. Cool. So I think, did I miss one?
Los estudiantes quieren beber más agua.
Okay, so this one didn't recognize last time, so I'll try again. Los estudiantes quieren beber más agua. Is it going to let me? No, okay. I'm going to skip this one for now. There we go. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. That noise effect just kicked in. We didn't get 100% this time, but I think it didn't quite recognise my voice on a few of the questions. I think that's due to my poor internet quality. But thank you again for watching. Feel free to support me, and I will see you on the next video.